Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 12th going to the 18th of December. So let's have a little look and see what's going on for you guys, okay? Currently being choked by my hoodie, but let's see. For Virgo. Whoa, okay, that's too many. We're going to do something. We're going to do that again. For Virgo. Very much in your head this week, but it's okay. It's because something needs to be sorted out up there. I think that's the only reason why. So if you're thinking a lot or you find yourself being in your head a lot, of course I'm gonna say we need to try and come out of it, but I think there's a reason why you're up there. So like up there, let's see what else is happening for you. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, I just had like a message coming through when it comes down to like, I see you really looking at your future, really looking at what it is that you want. And I think this is something that you are trying to think about. Maybe this is why you're up in your head, because maybe you haven't been feeling so happy. Maybe you haven't been feeling so comfortable being around people, because there's something to do with your social group that seems to be getting better, by the way. So the people that you're surrounded by, this seems to look like it will be getting better. Something that you're focusing on is your friendship with people, is your dynamic with people, which is nice. Also, we have happiness coming through as well. Might as well just show you, right? Sweet friendship. The affirmation for this is, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So we are like evaluating the people in our life, the people who we want in our life as well. We have happiness as well, which is another thing you'll be thinking about, is what makes you happy. What brings you this happiness and this joy into your life. And usually, and I really feel like these cards are coming up because these are not some things that you have in your life currently. So you may not feel like you have a lot of friends, or maybe you've been feeling very alone at times, but this is changing. All because you're thinking of it in a positive way. You're thinking more about what you do want than what you don't want and what's already happened. You're kind of building some vision. I can kind of see that you're, just by looking at something, you're kind of creating it. Some of you could be into like digital design, or something to do with digital design is coming up this week. Or again, it's something about some visuals. I see you creating something. It doesn't have to be like career-wise. You could just be creating something. I don't know what it is, but it's a vision. It's a vision of how you want your future to be. So maybe you guys are visualizing. And actually, if you're not, this is a perfect week to do that, because of where your headset is at. Where your mindset is at, sorry. You guys are gonna have to bear with me. Mercury retrograde is creeping up, and Virgos, you are like me. I'm a Virgo too. It affects us, of course. We're Mercury ruled, so we go in retrograde with it. So my speech might be, I think it always is, but I'm just going to blame it on the retrograde. So your happiness will be improving because you're actually starting to see what that looks like. And one thing I want to tell you is not to say that, I'm not going to be happy until this is reached. It's about finding happiness now, but also thinking of things that will also make you happy and something to look forward to in the future as well. So happiness here is, as an affirmation for you guys this week, is I'm aware that being happy means I'm on the right path. All right. So if you're unhappy or have been unhappy, most likely is because you were on the wrong path, or maybe saw things in the wrong way, had a different perspective than what you may have needed at the time. But this is all changing. So let me carry on pulling the cards out for you. I only showed you guys this because it was very sweet and I like it. You guys are finding peace. So if you haven't been feeling very peaceful, then this is again changing. All right, current energy, please, for Virgo. Some significance around flowers, by the way. Yeah. All right, there might have been a lot of self-sabotaging coming through, a lack of self-love, and I don't know what really caused this. It could be past experiences, or it could just be that you're in a little bit of like a, what do you call it? In a bit of a rut, as we sometimes have when there's a lot on your mind, or maybe something that you're building is a little bit scary, a little bit outside your comfort zone. It requires some new energy. Maybe there's something you've been lacking as well, or there could definitely be some self-sabotaging coming through, or the feeling of wanting to run away from something that actually is going to be beneficial to you. Now, take that as it resonates. You're going to know, as the happiness card is saying here, if this vision, this project brings you happiness. All right, it may be scary, but that's not what I'm talking about right now. The scary thing, the scary element of what it is that you're building could just be your future. We do have the Three of Pentacles coming up in your current position, all right, which is about building something, planning something, all right? It's not yet in fruition, meaning that it's still in the works. As you can see, Three of Pentacles is the only Pentacles card in the deck that actually doesn't have any Pentacles. It's just the structure of it. So it's a planning energy. As we've been saying, you're visualizing something, you're bringing something to life. It does require new energy because you have the Page of Pentacles. So like, this is my card. I always say it as like taking the first step, and it can be very scary. And this one is actually maybe taking action on a plan that you've had for a while, or actually putting your foot forward, or maybe this is you asking for opportunities, and maybe there's an opportunity coming in to fulfill a plan. But there is, what's behind this energy is some self-sabotaging, okay? One thing I'm gonna say is be very mindful of who you trust and who you tell your business to, Virgo. That's one thing I'm gonna say, because if this is not self-sabotage, which I kind of feel like maybe it's a bit 50-50, that there is some fear involved in this that might be tempting to run away, or actually, no, I don't want that. I don't want to do that, or not the right time. You know, these kinds of excuses that we have that are really just fear-based. But there could also be, if you're in a project with somebody else, or if there are some people around you, I think there is some Seven of Swords going on here, but I am going to clarify this, all right? We also have deep knowing, so if that is you, if there is anyone that you are suspicious about, all right, then it's about trusting that intuition. The deep knowing card, though, is about taking action based off of this. It's not just a knowing, something that you've known for a while. This is something that you've known for a while, but they're asking you to take action, all right? Sometimes just knowing something isn't enough. That's what they're saying to me. You have to act as if you know. Interesting. Don't know what they mean by that, but I'm gonna just let you guys resonate with it as it is, okay? Because they're asking you to bring this knowing forward, because you're capable of it. And this could be the self-sabotaging of actually, I don't see anything, I don't know anything. This again could just relate to anyways, I'll let you relate it to how it is. But one thing I am going to say, if this is self-sabotaging behaviors, what you probably don't realize what you're doing is actually denying yourself from something really good. This is an act of not loving yourself enough. So maybe there's some insecurity issues that we might need to address this week. Again, I do see you addressing it. You're building the right foundations, which is great and which is very good. Virgo, I'm saying your name very weird. Virgo. But we do have the Ace of Cups coming through here, which is about accepting opportunities that are granting you success, granting you peace. We have the Dove Bird here, which we do have as one of your oracle cards too, so I will talk about that. But maybe this is where you'll find peace, is when you really love yourself enough to not care about other people's opinion of you, to not care about who's saying what about you, to not even go near these comments, to go near these people. It's just about not staying in your own lane. That's not what I want to say. Loving your own bubble. That's how I want to put it. Enough to not burst it just because someone else is saying it doesn't look good. You know, just be aware. There might be some comments here about what you're building, and this might make you feel like you just want to give up or not want to do this. Or maybe these are internal things saying something about it. But anyways, we're moving away from that energy, but I like what you're building. I think it's great. For some of you, it's very artistic. For a lot of you, it's got something to do with your skills and really putting them out there. So I love this. This does speak of growth. The Page of Pentacles. The Pentacles is a very good suit. 1, it's about stability. 2, it could definitely be about your finances. 3, it's an opportunity for growth, for actually planting something that will last long term. Okay, so this is all good. And the Page of Pentacles, this suit is known for actually getting the throne. So this is, you are on the road to success. Just don't let other people or a lack of boundaries with yourself and others to get in the way of what it is that you're building. All right. But anyways, let's speak about the rest of the oracle cards that you have. So the one card that was speaking to me about your future and visualizing this is the Observer card, and this card always comes up as as a message of you're thinking about where you want to settle down. So for a lot of you, maybe you're feeling a little bit unsettled in your current situation. This may be where the self-sabotaging comes in. Maybe you're wanting to rush something. Maybe you're wanting to just skip, cut corners, as they say. Be aware, don't do that. Make sure you really look at what it is that you want, who you want to become as well. And maybe this is where they're saying, act like it now. Like, even if it's small steps, you don't need to do a big leap. Although some of you, if you're feeling up for it, then go for it, because we do have come to the edge on the bottom of the deck. So it's all up to how confident you are moving forward and pushing pushing the boundary just a little bit at a time. All right, and you'll become more comfortable. I feel like for some of you, you're being called to take up space here, Virgo, because there's this energy of maybe you've put yourself in a bit of a corner. Like, I'm seeing it like this. So you're pushing the boundary a little bit more until you're comfortable in this. It's like your comfort zone. I don't know. Your comfort zone seems like this right now, or I don't know what it is. All right. They're just showing me things. I hope you guys can make sense of these messages. Anyways, so the Observer card is thinking about where you're going to be settled, and really, really look at this. Write it down if you wish. Create that image in your mind and act as if you're there already. 1, it helps with you feeling more motivated. 2, it actually helps with manifestation in a sense of if you're acting like it's happening already, then the universe is acting accordingly. Oh, well, you have a nice, amazing house. Well, here you go. Yeah, anyways. This is what I'm seeing. Next one we have, Virgo, is the Thinker card, which is where we were saying that you're very much up in your head. The number 4s could be very significant because we have 4, 4, 4, and 4 here. So it is about your stability. It is about your home for a lot of you. It is about your structure here. And the Thinker energy is the tendency to want to give up. It's knowing that I could continue on this path, but maybe it's worth jumping or taking a leap of faith, doing something else. So when you look at this plan of yours, maybe that's the conclusion you come to, that you want to build something else, and that's absolutely great. But for some of you, this Thinker energy could just be a fear factor. So just be aware. Align it to this goal. If your goals are not aligned to what you're doing now, then maybe this is why we need to take a leap of faith. But if it is in alignment, then keep going. All right. And then we have Peace, which is very nice to see, but I'm going to carry on pulling more tarot cards out. Of course, the Peace card is about forgiveness, as we have the Dovebird giving the olive branch over, which is again a sign of forgiveness here. So forgiving ourselves, forgiving the past, forgiving people in our lives. And we have this beautiful egg coming through here, which is about bringing something to life, but making peace with something. This feels a little bit like karma. Some of you may have not received your karma yet, especially for those of you who may have dealt with some sneaky, manipulative, or just deceitful people here. All right, who likes to cover their tracks. This is a liar. Just saying. I feel like if you felt like you haven't got your karma yet, this egg, I think by making peace with this, your karma will come to you, but it may not be straight away. I'm kind of seeing it as when you come to this place, as this Dovebird is, of actually like, I'm going to let this go. My karma will come to me when it's ready, like this egg. And it will. And I do see that for you. But let's see what else is going on for Virgo. 8 of Pentacles and a 10 of Cups and the Sun card. So look at this. Really amazing. You've had very good readings coming through for you, which is very good for me to see as a reader. Because we have the 8 of Pentacles and a 10 of Cups. This is again about working super hard. For a lot of you, you are going to see a lot of progress this week when it comes down to your work, when it comes down to your finances, when it comes down to what it is that you're building. You're gaining more motivation. You're seeing the results. Some of you might just feel very lost in your work within this week, meaning that you get lost in it, which is very nice. You're doing things that you can get lost in that is very productive actually with the 8 of Pentacles. Could even just be skills in whatever it is. But it seems like it has something to do with the 10 of Cups. So something that brings you happiness, or something that will give you happiness with the 10 of Cups here. So you're happy that you're making people happy, because 10 of Cups is a collective happiness, by the way. So people in your life, it's being surrounded by good people. If you're in a relationship or planning on being in a relationship, you guys are really focusing on what you want that to look like and building that. But yeah, I like this. And the sun card being here as well, just ultimate happiness too. Look at this. Of course, there will be times with this Capricorn energy coming through where we do feel like we want to give up. When is this really going to be over? When am I going to be in this position where I'm actually just free? Because maybe that's what a lot of you want. More time, more freedom, more money to have more time and freedom, you know. But you're working on it. So it just needs a plan. Just needs some determination and some discipline. Capricorn energy is known for that. And you will get there. But try to find a way to be happy with what it is that you're currently building, okay? Alright, Seven of Swords energy. What is this? Yeah. Again, it is to do with maybe the subconscious mind and those fears that we were talking about. For some of you, it could be something that you know of that's going on around you anyway. Alright, so just be aware of that. But for the majority of you, it's running away from something, again, that can offer you some growth. Again, it might be just taking the slow route, taking the methodical route, rather than jumping straight into something. There, again, might be some tendencies to want to cut corners or to run away from something. But this is just telling me that there's an inner knowing that something is going to continue to progress. Now we have the Page of Pentacles going to the Knight of Pentacles. Something that will become more stable, and maybe that's actually what you're scared of. So maybe what you're being aware of this week is actually that maybe you have some fear of success or a fear of commitment to whatever this is. You know, you're fearing something, maybe your own abilities to carry on with something that you're starting here. But you do have the Ace of Pentacles being here, and it definitely has something to do with a commitment. All right, so for some of you, this could be a person. We have a King of Cups, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. You might be tempted to run away from something that you are building and something that will give you good opportunities. Ace of Pentacles, that's that seed. Again, something that we're planting. And Hierophant, of course, marriage, relationships. Could just be you being an advisor, a teacher, a healer to others. Could be some imposter syndrome, you know. You know you can be successful in this, but it's about whether you can battle your mind in this. So I think some inner healing is needed. Some shadow work is what it seems like, but I see you working on it anyways. I see you coming out of this imposter syndrome and this running away. You're dealing with your emotions here with the Page of Cups. There could be an apology coming through or someone wanting to reconnect with you. Three of Cups. This feels more of like a friend. This feels more of like a... It doesn't feel very romantic to me, if I'm being honest with you. All right. But another message I'm getting from this is when you start to understand these emotions, and actually this could be just your inner child who may have not felt good enough, that's still kind of calling for you to look at it. There is some celebration when you address this, all right? Anything else for Virgo that we need to be aware of? What do I want to look out? Anything else? Alright, the Hierophant's coming through again. Taurus energy. Seven of Cups. Again, not being sure what you want to commit to. Make this list. I think you're going to be very... Maybe it's a lot of things you want to commit to. Don't be aiming small, Virgo. You know this. There could be a lot of confusion when it comes down to whatever this commitment represents, by the way. And maybe that's a big reason why you're a little bit worried. I do think that this might be overthinking with the Seven of Cups. Maybe because... you are unsure or uncertain but whether something is good or bad. This might be where we need to look at our intuition here, because it feels like emotionally we need to address some things, like we said with the Page of Cups. But we then have the Three of Cups again, which is that success and celebration. And I kind of feel like simplify it. I want to say to you, simplify it. Maybe we're overcomplicating something, we're overthinking something. Of course, there'll be unlimited possibilities for everything, good and bad. It's the Seven of Cups. But Three of Cups is kind of just embracing in the present. Feeling successful for the small little things. And then you have the Ten of Pentacles, by the way. So legacy. You have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. You have the happy ending cards with the tens, all right? So your chapter will close with a very positive ending here. You have the finances being in order, really beautiful home again. coming through, happy family. Your emotions will be stable, your finances and your material wealth, that is including your health, will be stable. But maybe it's just not overcomplicating something or overthinking something. It's something, if you want success, there is a path that's offering that to you, a plan, when you visualize. But it's just about controlling those emotions and the fear that's involved with this. But there was no devil card, so that's nice. All right, love please for Virgo. We have new love coming through for you here. Very nice to see. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. This could also be new love being invited into a current relationship, okay? We have religious factors, which is interesting. This says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So maybe you have similar beliefs, or again, you're learning about certain beliefs with each other. So maybe you have different beliefs, but you're learning new things about your own beliefs with these, I think like maybe you're merging with someone. Anyways, for Virgo, playfulness, okay, and trust. So this says to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So maybe we need to bring some fun into our love life and trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. So for a lot of you, you might already have someone in your life, or for others of you, maybe you're having to, I think you're finding new love, someone who you can connect with on a spiritual level, someone who you can be playful with, and someone who we might need to put some trust into the situation for. Let me pull you some tea leaf tarot. We have good news coming through, and heart. Some of you could be meeting this person very soon, unless they're already in your life. But you're hearing some very positive news when it comes down to matters of the heart. Look, deep love, deep affection and caring. Someone could be telling you how they feel towards you, all right? We have involvement with the law coming through this week. Could be a Libra. We have flag. All right, when it comes down to this legal situation, do not be tempted to lower your standards, all right? Be aware of anyone who's trying to make you aim lower, all right? Don't accept something that you don't feel comfortable with, okay? And again, don't run away from responsibilities when it comes down to, if this involvement with the law is something to do with this project that you're dealing with, make sure it's exactly how you want it to be, Virgo. We have success coming through, which is nice. We do have ink pop, kind of feeling like your current position, saying problems to be resolved. This might be what's stressing you out. But you do have mountain road, saying you're on the road to success, and success is right there. So all the problems you're having right now will be resolved. Don't you worry. All right, but this feels like a very nice week for you, and one where you're being reminded to celebrate, have fun, and enjoy. Very similar to the Three of Cups energy that we had for you. So, my lovelies, that's your reading. I love you guys. I wish you all the best. Thank you always for being with me. Virgos, you guys are my favorites. Only because you guys are so sweet to me, and I just love that. Okay? Anyways, thank you. I love you. Be aware of scammers. I feel like I have to say this to everyone because it's been going on a lot, especially with the giveaway that we've been doing. If you're not aware of it, go check out the community page or on my Instagram, which is linked below. It is the only Instagram I have. Be aware of scammers, as I'm saying. But yeah, because that's going on, I think that's where they're trying to catch people out. But anyways, we move. Just be smart, my lovelies, and use your eye for detail to know who's real and who's not. What else do I have to say? Yeah, that's it. I love you guys. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you guys next time.